Ladies and gentlemen, can I please have your attention? I've just been handed an urgent and horrifying news story. And I need all of you to stop what you're doing and listen.
What is going on, Canes fans? It is a wonderful night. I am joined here by Caniacs. I am Matty Ice, and I am really excited right now. I'm stoked. I'm living life. The Canes came back 20 down. Canes hoops, by the way. You know, everyone wants to talk about Canes football. Canes hoop came back 20 down and beat Purdue.
Yeah, it looked ugly in the first half. Oh my gosh. The only shot they made in like the first 10 minutes, it seemed like, was just that free throw. They couldn't hit a shot. Yeah, they couldn't hit a shot to save their life. And then they had trouble with the bigs in the paint, boy. Whoa.
Oh my God. Well, they were down the entire game except for the first free throw. So, I mean, it was crazy. They came back and were able to get that win. So we're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about the Duke game because, I mean, man, Miami beat the shit out of Duke. That was an ass whooping, man.
We owed them that, man. We owed them that for the last 2 years.
Definitely. You kidding me, man? So we're going to talk about that. We're going to go into our 2-minute heat segment, which is my new favorite segment. We're going to have Wardens Winners, and we're going to do pick'ems and maybe get into some other Miami news. Yeah?
Yeah.
You ready to get into this?
Let's do it.
Let's check in on the 305. All right, so Caniacs. Miami got the dub convincingly. 48-0 Saturday.
Shut them out.
Shut them out with 15 guys out. Defense really stepped up just due to the fact like Blades was out, Brooks was out, McLeod, John Ford. There was a whole list of guys. I don't remember the rest of them. So, are we still on the fire Blake Baker train, or how is that working out for people right now?
No, and apparently I I started some shit the other day in the chat. That wasn't directed to anybody. It was just I thought that team Saturday night played probably the best game that they've played all year. I mean, the tackling was tremendous.
No missed tackles.
Oh man,
Zero missed tackles.
Right.
We had a Bubba sighting.
Right. Yes.
We had a Bubba sighting.
He was killing it, boy. He led the team in tackles.
Yeah, he had nine tackles, man.
And then we have something like 13 tackles for loss.
Something like that. It was a good amount. It was wait, you said tackles for loss?
Yeah, as a team total. I want to say it was like 13.
Yeah, we had 13 tackles for loss. Can I just say we had 3 sacks, but it felt like a lot more. It felt like Jalen Phillips had set up camp back there. He had his little stove going, and he was in the backfield just putting
in the first
work.
Quarter alone, it seemed like they had about 20 sacks.
Oh yeah. It was insane. And then too,
that boy was running for his life.
Can we just say too, like, it was good just in terms of like, man, so many people played.
Yes.
You know, it was Marcus Clark, right, who got that interception like later on in the game. Yeah, man, that was big.
And I tell you what, Donaldson. Did you see the difference in the offensive line when he was in there?
Holy shit, man. Dude, I forgot how big he is.
Right. I mean,
he's like the fucking. Did you ever watch Game of Thrones?
No. Matter of fact, that's funny you say that. I was just talking to my wife a little bit ago, and we were talking about what next shows we need to start binging.
Oh,
and I was like, I want to start watching Game of Thrones. So not yet, but it's coming soon.
Okay, don't watch the last season. It was horrible.
Okay.
He looks like this character called the Mountain. So the listeners probably know who I'm talking about. It's this dude that's like freaking like 6'8", like and huge.
Okay.
I was like, holy shit, this like Nirvana's gonna eat someone.
Oh man, he's just pancaking it. And I don't remember exactly what play it was, but I remember they showed it from the end zone where he was running through, and then the running back was right behind him, and he
Was
just
it
was
the
like,
Cam Harris run or
I
something?
believe it was for that
Yeah,
touchdown.
he just
Yeah,
opened that hole.
yeah,
He
it was
just parted
great.
the sea, man. It was crazy.
Yeah, because
Oh
you can
man.
see a big difference in that line when he's in there.
Oh, absolutely.
Hmm.
I mean, and then can we talk about too? We got to give props where it's due. Mike Harley, man, another good game.
Yes.
Over his last 4 games, man, Mike Harley, he's been on fire.
He's heating up.
Man, 26 receptions for 479 yards over the past 4 games.
He's killing it, man.
Sheesh!
Yeah.
Oh
Now
man.
imagine if he would have had his epiphany at the beginning of the year, and if
Oh, I gotta catch
all the
balls in practice. Oh my God,
right,
that makes so much sense.
holy cow! Can you imagine if they'd have played the whole year like that?
Yeah. I mean, I'm just glad he eventually stepped up.
I mean, they took an ass whooping, but I'm glad it opened his eyes because now, I mean, I know we're jumping around here a little bit, but the bowl projections are
Hey,
us.
we do whatever the fuck we want, okay?
This is true. It's our podcast, but the bowl projections now are us and Florida or us and Texas A&M. And I'm gonna be honest with you, I'm not scared to play Florida.
A lot of
You know,
people are.
not
'Cause
scared
of
to
our
play Florida.
Yeah.
Their defense, they got a tougher defense than UNC, but I mean their defense is giving up a lot of yards too. So
Yeah.
I'm not as worried, especially if our wide receivers keep playing like they've been playing, man. And Donaldson comes back, and if we can get everybody back to normal, back if we can get the whole squad back together, watch out now.
Exactly. Can we also talk about, because I've been on this guy making fun of him a lot. I got to give props where it's due. Part 2. Amari Carter, man, he had a pretty solid game too. He was kind of all over the field. He had like 7 tackles.
Yep.
Mr. Welcome to Target. How can I help you today? Played pretty
it looks
well, man.
like that last one, they jumped in his ass or something, or it woke him up, or I don't know what happened, but he's been playing a lot better since that last targeting call.
Yeah.
I mean,
He's been a consistent tackler.
Hell yeah, give it up.
Yeah. I mean,
give it up to the man.
Yeah. So, I mean, they got the dub. I think that next 2 games, I mean, I'm optimistic. I think that we're going to win both games. Obviously, UNC.
I am too.
Yeah. UNC's at home. So, I mean, obviously, I don't know how much of an advantage it is now with COVID.
Well, probably not much, but they've circled this game. Manny's already said, bam, it's circled. Last year, that 4th and 17, so hopefully they'll come out and shut everybody up about that
bullshit.
4th and 17. I get it. It pissed me off too, but I'm tired of hearing about it. I'm tired of Ducky talking about it. That 4th and 17, that's all he's got. But anyways, hopefully we can shut everybody up with that 4th and 17 this weekend because they all have it circled. So I'm ready. I hope it just lights a fire to that ass and we do another shutout or another 48-7. I'll do 48-7. I'm down with that.
Oh man. Okay. Wow. Caniac's heating up tonight.
I'm mad, boy. I'm ready to kick some butt.
Apparently. So, let's kind of get into some recruiting news, just some like minor items. So, Miami, they sent out an offer to Austin Barber, the 3-star O lineman. I mean, we could always use a lineman, right?
Yeah, he's a big boy too, if I'm not mistaken.
He's like
6'8" or 300
like
pounds,
6'7", something, man.
Yeah.
Oh
huge
man.
boy.
Jeez. And then also Lawrence Seymour, the 4-star offensive lineman, he shut down his recruitment, so he ain't talking to nobody else. He ain't talking to no side hoes.
I'm happy about that. Side hoes. I like that. Did you see who else is now in the? Well, it's got to do a little bit with recruiting, but did you see who entered the transfer portal from USC?
Oh, the linebacker, yeah. He went to the same school as Tate Martell, Tathan the legend, and Brevin Jordan and Bubba.
Right.
Is it Bishop Gorman? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I saw that. He was like the number 1 linebacker, right, of 2018 or something?
Yes.
Oh man, if we can steal him from USC.
So that's big news, and they're already on him about Brevin Jordan's tweeting them, and
I know I saw that.
Come on, brother, and come on down, and
hey,
so
we
I
need
hope
linebackers too, man.
Yeah, I mean, granted, Jennings played really well this last one. But yeah, it doesn't hurt to have, I mean, shit, 5-star talent, baby. Let's go. Blue
Right.
chip ratio.
Oh yeah. Also there was some big news, man. I don't remember what day it happened, but Jake Garcia finally decommitted, man.
Thursday night
Oh
at
yeah,
about
you remember.
10:30 p.m.
You remember. You'll remember that night for the rest of your life.
Well, actually,
If
I
he
woke
comes
up
here.
to it, but
You what? Oh, you woke up
yeah,
to
I
it?
woke up to it. Yeah, I got to get up early, man. 3 o'clock in the morning or 4 o'clock in the morning comes early. But anyways, um, but yeah, he did committed. Kane's Twitter went nuts. Hurricane Marsh, I'm sure when he woke up was doing a bunch of backflips.
That's his boy,
Uh,
man.
that's his boy. But I mean, we'll see. We'll see. I mean, all the crystal ball, not all the crystal balls, but a lot of crystal balls have dropped for him in Miami,
Yep.
and in the high rankings, not in the mids or the lows. So I say bring it. And I mean, it's not that I'm against TVD.
Mhm.
I think TVD is a stud, but stack him. Why not stack him?
Exactly.
I mean,
So here's the thing. I have a question for you, and obviously
yeah.
we'll get into this because next week we're gonna do a recruiting special. This is the
Mhm.
first time announcement to the
Ding, ding,
public.
ding.
Yeah. Let's see, because obviously De'Aaron King can come back for another year because of the whole like COVID
Mhm.
exception. So let's say De'Aaron leaves. Do you think that we should get a transfer quarterback and try to get Jake Garcia? Do you
He's
think
a
that
true.
that's what they'll do?
I would. I mean, you'd have to. I mean, Jake Garcia is just a true freshman.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I know there's other true freshmen out there with other programs, but I mean, I I would say you still have you would still have to. I mean, you still
Mm-hmm.
need that senior leadership. I mean, even if it's just another one and done.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, the they can learn from him. I mean, it's competition. I mean, sharpen. What is it? What was that saying? Say iron sharpen iron.
Yeah.
So I mean, in my opinion, I would say yeah, I would still have to. I think you would still have to go for
Yeah.
one. But I mean,
I
we don't
agree
have that
with
many
you.
spots left, so and we need
Yeah, we got 4.
cornerbacks.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we need cornerbacks. So, I mean, I don't, I don't know. I don't know. I guess we'll find out in a couple weeks.
Yeah, and we'll talk all about that next week.
Mm-hmm.
Do you want to get in to our 2 minutes of heat, and then we can talk about the Canes basketball game?
Yeah, let's go and do that.
Let's do it. What is going on, guys? So we are here with our 2 minutes of heat talk. Not much news, just like last week, just because it's the off season. Obviously, preseason's gonna start, and the Heat are gonna open up against the Pelicans on December 14th. So that's gonna
Next
be really
week.
cool. I think there's only 2 preseason games, and they open up the regular season against the Magic on the 23rd of December. And it's kind of interesting. They shortened the season, so it's 72 games. But they're also trying to make it so teams don't travel as much,
Okay,
So they're
they're
kind of
more regional.
a little more regional, and I think it's more they're trying to like kind of stack games. So like for instance, like Giannis is gonna be here, or actually I learned from my Greek friend that the way you pronounce his name is Yanni. Did not know
Okay.
that. Interesting. I forgot how she said you pronounced the last name. I'd have to ask her again because it was really complicated.
Okay,
But anyways,
so Yanni it is. Okay,
yeah,
I got it.
Yanni.
I
I
got it.
mean, I think everyone would be like, "What the hell are you talking about?" if you said it, because everyone calls him
Right.
Giannis.
Right,
But
but you go ahead and explained it, so now we can
yeah.
call him Yanni.
Hey, now everyone knows.
That's right.
So they're gonna play Yanni. December 29th, the Bucks are gonna travel to Miami to take on the Heat, and then they're gonna play them back to back, so the 29th and the 30th. And they still haven't really announced like what the whole situation with fans is gonna be. So like whether it's gonna be a limited amount of spectators or, maybe they're gonna do, hey, it's Miami, they might just let everyone in. You never know.
I don't know. It's probably the same thing they did at the Rock. I mean, the first couple games, nobody's there,
Yeah.
and then they trickle them in. The next game, trickle them more in. So
The only
we'll
thing I
see.
can think of is just because it's like indoors, and football's kind of out, outdoors, so it's like that's the only thing I can think of is of them like being more strict about it.
Yeah, but them people got some serious ventilation systems in them places, man.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
I don't know, but I mean I don't know. We'll
I
see.
don't know. We'll see. I mean, but anyways, they'll have some paper people in the seats, I'm sure, and a bunch of fake crowd noise, so it'd be all right.
Yeah, a bunch of fake crowd noise. Yeah. So that's a 2 minutes of heat. I can't wait for the season to start so we can actually start like analyzing some games and stuff and talking about some players. But yeah,
I can't wait either.
yeah.
I can't wait for that other run to the championship.
No, I don't know, man. They're gonna have to
I'm
take down
calling
the
it now.
Lakers, man.
We're going to the finals. We got to go to the finals.
Oh my God.
Getting one.
Yeah, so that's a 2 minutes of heat talk. Do you want to get into the game that just happened today? Canes hoops, man, got the dub on Purdue. Let's kind of get into that, huh?
Let's get into that because that was exciting.
Yeah. So, Caniacs, Miami came back, got the win. They were down by 20 at one point.
Man, at the
Down by
half.
18
Yeah.
at the half. Yeah. It was not looking good early. The offense was stagnant. It looked like they didn't know what they were doing with Chris Lakes out.
I saw that.
Yeah, obviously Chris Lakes and Matt Cross actually got injured last game. Matt Cross was okay to play, but Chris Lakes, I don't know
He's
how
day
long
by
he's going to
day.
be out for. Yeah, day by day.
Yeah, he's day by day with his ankle.
But it was not a good start. They fell. I think they took the lead like 1-0 off of a free throw, and then after that,
It was like 23 to 1.
it was 15-1. They went on
It's
like a
ridiculous.
15-0 or yeah, 15-0 run.
Man,
And
it's
Zach Edey, so Purdue has this guy that's 7'4" with a 7'8" wingspan. We kind of
Mhm.
talked about this with Tyrone. And he just, I mean, when you're that tall, you're going to be good at offensive rebounding. You can just reach for anything. They were really getting a
they
lot
had
of
a
second
lot of-
chance.
Yeah, they had a lot of issues as soon as he came in the ball game. You could tell.
Yeah. He was really good at getting post position. He played like 5 minutes. He could not defend either one of them, him or Trevion Williams.
Yeah.
They both played really well in the first half. And like I said, man, the offense was not performing at what it should be. It was
No,
very
it wasn't at
stagnant.
one point they were like 1 for 13 or something like that in the stats.
Yeah.
I mean, it was ridiculous.
So
They were just
overall
missing
for the
everything.
game, they shot like 6% from three or
Ugh.
something like that. And
Mm.
Purdue also shot like 12 something. It was 18% that
Man.
we just couldn't hit an outside shot to save our lives, man. And when you can't do that and you have two guys inside that are that dominant, like a 7'4" guy, like it's hard to score inside too. So it's
Yeah.
like, we kind of came when we did make that comeback in the second half, we had a lot of transition points. It was off the fast break and forcing turnovers, and it came off from our defense because our defense was not the best in the first half, but then we really shored up the interior defense, and Matt Cross and Nasir Brooks were both really big in that
Yeah, then they
regard.
started attacking the paint, and then it got them two boys into foul trouble.
Exactly. And then not to mention too, Harlan Beverly, I had kind of like said this in the past of like he was someone who has all the athletic talent to be like a good defender. It was just about putting it together. And I mean, he was playmaking on offense, but on defense he was really big. He had a few steals. He was just playing the passing lanes. Yeah, he had 4 steals. He was forcing turnovers, forcing bad passes, and he just looked like really focused on the defensive side of the ball. So he was really big too.
He was,
And-
I mean, the game was huge. I'm not gonna lie, because when I first watched it, I'm gonna say they were down. I had to start dinner, so
Mhm.
I kind of wasn't really paying attention. I had it on playing in the background as I was cooking dinner. Got to halftime, I really wasn't paying attention then. And then when I sat down to eat dinner, I'm like, wait a minute, these boys are gonna come back. I mean,
Yeah,
look at this.
it was
And then
crazy.
they did. It was a good game. It ended up being a good game.
Yeah, and I mean, so kind of just getting into like who impressed me. I mean, I think overall, like something like that, like when a comeback like this happens, like it's not just a one man thing, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone played, like at certain points of the game, everyone played an important role in coming back. You know, Matt Cross had that clutch tip in, you know, I think it was to bring it in within 3 or something, with like 2 minutes left. And then Cam McGusty too at the end, he had clutch free throws, he had a clutch drive where he had an and one too.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone was big. I thought Dane Gok played pretty well. I could see him taking, you know, Rodney Miller's role of, like, you know, being the backup center, because I think he can play center too. You know, he has the length and athleticism. So, I mean, it's a big win, especially when you consider their leading scorer from last year was out, you know, and their team leader, you know. So
Right,
Purdue's not a bad team.
Right,
Huh?
and what happened to this team last year when Chris Likes wasn't in?
Mm-hmm.
They
Exactly.
wouldn't have won this game.
Yeah, well, it just shows the depth we have now, and just the talent. Because I mean, we still have Earl Timberlake too, who hasn't even played a game yet. You know, so I'm really interested to see what he can do when he comes back. And you know, people shouldn't take this win for granted, because Purdue, I know that they lost to was it Clemson? Yeah, they lost to Clemson. I mean, Clemson played a really good game, but this team, like Purdue, like in a traditional like March Madness tournament, like they would be an 8 seed, like, you know, border, you know, 25, like just outside coached, you know, no matter the talent level they have.
Oh,
they
they're a
might be
good team.
Yeah,
They're definitely a good team.
exactly. So no one should take this win for granted, you know. That's all I'm
That's
saying.
a huge win for the program.
Exactly. So, I mean, that's all I can say. They play Florida Gulf Coast next, which I think is going to be another tuner game. You know, you can. I wish Earl Timberlake could play. You know, because like that would be, oh man, I'd love to see it. But you know, I mean, they have a chance to win all their non-conference games, and you know, start ACC play with that. So that would be nice.
Yeah, it would be nice to go in there on the high note.
Exactly. Yeah. So, I mean, overall, whenever you can come back from a team from 20 points down and come back and win like that, I mean, I think it speaks to a lot about the team and, you know, the leadership of the team.
Oh, yeah, I'm really excited now. Yeah, I'm really excited to see how this team performs the rest of the year.
Same. I definitely think this is a tournament team. I mean, obviously, like barring any injuries, just like last year. But I mean, I'm excited for this season. You know, last 2 seasons haven't been exciting to watch, but I think this season will be.
Yeah, you could tell. I'm ready.
So, man, you ready to bring on Warden here, and we can do some picks or talk about some games?
Let's do some Wardens Winners.
Let's do it. What is going on, guys? We are joined here by Warden. And this is going to be the Wardens Winners segment.
Oh, yeah.
Warden, how are you doing tonight?
What's up,
guys?
buddy?
Hey, guys. Thanks for having me on again. I'm excited to be back. I'm doing great. Hope you guys are doing good, too. We're getting down to the end of college football. Very sad. But you know, I think I have some winners this week.
Mm-hmm.
All right,
hey, it's the end of college football, but college basketball starting up, so that's what I love. So, Warden, let's kind of do a quick recap here of last week. So do you want to just let us know what happened?
Yeah, so we're going to go ahead and just pull our Florida State here and just back out of that part of the podcast if we could. No, but all jokes aside, I wish I could, you know, back out my bet too. So unfortunately, the first week we hit a big winner. Everybody's happy. Second week I tried to follow that up. And first 2 games, we're fine. Syracuse covered at 33.5. They kept it close. A couple dumb plays here and there. You know, it was very close. I thought Notre Dame was going to run away with it, but Syracuse was able to stay within that 24 points. So we got that cover. Clemson, again, Virginia Tech seemed like they were going to be a little tougher. Then Clemson was like, oh yeah, wait, we're the number 1 team in the country. Let me just turn it back on. Duh. You know, so they covered easily as well. And then it kind of got down to Baylor, Oklahoma. And I'll be completely honest with you. Oklahoma's defense knocked down about 50 balls from Baylor's quarterback. Saturday night,
Mhm.
and it was looking good for a while. But then there was kind of a couple fluke plays. We'll just call it that. And as we know as bettors, you see those plays, you just know it's not good for you. So
Right.
Virginia Tech ended up covering, so that kind of blew our parlay up. So we did not get the 149 payout, but I'm feeling good this week, and we're going to switch it up and go from college football to the NFL. So
Let's do it.
Oh, we're doing some NFL action. Okay,
Yeah, we're
I'm
gonna do-
interested in this.
yeah, we're gonna do some big boy games here. So my first game on my parlay is Colts Raiders, big playoff game. Implications, Colts wild card, possibly AFC South.
Mhm.
Raiders definitely not AFC West with how well the Chiefs are playing,
Mm.
but there's some wild card implications there with the extra spot. Raiders have been playing really lackadaisical last couple of weeks. They lose to Atlanta big, which should not have happened. And then last week,
They
honestly,
had to
if
come
Greg
back.
Williams doesn't call a zero blitz,
Mhm.
on the last play of the game, Derek Carr's probably losing that game. He's not throwing the down the rugs.
Mhm.
So I really like I like the Colts this week, minus 2.5.
Okay.
I think that's kind of the first game there. And then we'll go. And then another team that's trending the opposite way of the Raiders. I think the Patriots are starting to do their Patriots thing like they do every year. They beat the brakes off the Chargers last week, 45-0. I
Mhm.
think Bill's got them playing well. Bill's just a good coach. Doesn't matter if you, me, or anybody's playing quarterback for him. He's just a good coach.
He is.
And there's a possibility they could sneak into that last playoff spot depending on what happens with a lot of these games.
Mm.
They're getting 5.5 against the Rams. Now we all know the Rams probably have the defensive player of the year in Aaron Donald. They have good corners. Jared Goff is, whatever. But
When he's hot,
I
he's
just
hot.
he's hot. Yeah, he's not a bad player, and Sean McVay's a good coach. But I think Bill Belichick is definitely going to outcoach him this game.
Mhm.
Pats are getting 5.5. I love that. I think anytime when the Patriots are getting points in a close game like that, I think you take the points definitely. So Patriots 5.5 is my second play.
Okay.
And then Steelers Bills. I think that is a huge game. I believe that's a Sunday night football game. Bills are giving up 2.5, which really surprised me with that line. So the Steelers are actually the dog in that game, which is kind of crazy. They were just undefeated, lost to the
Right.
Washington football team, and all of a sudden they're probably a dog for the first time this season. But I like how Josh Allen's playing. I think the Steelers are definitely injured. They can't run the ball with a couple people on the COVID list, some injuries. I think the Bills definitely cover the 2.5 points. I think there's a surprise that game.
Okay.
I think the Bills actually blow them out, probably about 10 to 14 points.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's about a 5.84, to 1 odds. So I said, if I was making this bet, I'd put about $30 on it. Payout would be 175. So get your winnings back about 205.
There you go.
Yeah.
Nothing wrong with that.
People need
Stocking
it too this
stuffers,
time.
baby.
Yeah, this time of the season, man.
Yeah. And I'm trying to bring you winners because obviously I love to stuff those stockings for the kids and everything. Or, if you want to buy a engagement ring for the missus or whatever during Christmas time. And actually for that, I actually got some extra single game picks if we want to roll through those as well.
Yeah, let's
roll
do
with
it.
those.
All right. So, just because of the holidays, we're going to add some spice to it. I talked to Magic and I said, hey, yeah, let's add some spice.
Heck
So, first game of the single picks, Oklahoma, West Virginia. I'm going back to this game. Oklahoma made me mad last week. I don't think
They gotta
West
make it
Virginia,
up.
they got to make it up. West Virginia, I don't think it's really that good of a football team. I think Oklahoma hopefully turns it on and sees their performance from last week against Baylor and says, we got to do better. So I'm going with Oklahoma minus 13.5 would be my
Okay.
first single pick. I would just play that game alone. I wouldn't parlay it with anything. And then Canes fans are going to like this one. UNC at Miami, 3:30 ABC, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Canes minus 3.5. We're going Canes minus 3.5. They're playing at home. They're going to wear
Let's
cool
do it.
jerseys.
Nice.
UNC, I think, is like I said, I've talked before with Notre Dame. I think they're overrated.
Hey, this ain't basketball.
No, exactly. They're not a football school. I really, really, really liked how De'Aaron King looked last week against Duke. That
Yeah.
offense looked just as good as they did against Florida State. And as we know, Florida State's not a great team, but
Right.
your offense looked fluid in both games. You guys play well at home. It's a primetime game on ABC at 3:30. That's a good slot to have. So yeah, give me the Canes at minus 3.5. And actually, when I looked earlier at FanDuel, giving up 3.5 was actually you were getting plus 100. So that's actually really good
102.
odds for giving up points. So I would be all over that as a single game bet.
Now,
And then,
did you see
go
the
ahead.
total? Did you see what the total is for this game?
I did not see the total.
65.5.
Okay, 65.5.
Well, just my personal question to you.
Yeah.
I mean, in this game alone, do you think that's high or low?
I think that's I would say that's high. And the only reason I'm saying that is that the way your guys' defense played against Duke stopped a pretty good quarterback. You know, he played it. You know, was a backup at Clemson, I believe. I thought they weren't that bad. Obviously, Duke the last 2 years, you know, was trouncing Miami compared to this year. It's definitely turned that around. UNC has played some harder games. If it was me and I was taking the over/under in that game, I would definitely go with the under.
Okay.
Yep.
Gotcha.
I think that defense looked a little different against Duke. And I know obviously I'm not an insider as a lot of people talking about the Miami, and I've looked. It seems like a certain coach took over the defense and it wasn't the defensive coordinator calling those plays. So that's all I'm saying. It seemed like somebody else was calling that defense.
You sound like people in the chat.
I'm telling you.
And then
nameless.
Yeah, I won't name any names, but I might agree with them actually. And then the final game is Duke at the state school down in Florida, the Seminoles.
What state school?
Duke, what state school?
Florida State.
Terrible state school.
Yeah, apparently they're supposed to play this weekend.
Supposedly.
Again.
Yeah.
Keywords, supposedly.
Supposedly. So if this game does happen, you know, of that state school in Florida, we'll go Duke 4.5.
Nice.
That's a lot of time to be off. I will not come on a Canes podcast, and I will not come and pick Florida State to ever win, as a respect for you guys. So I'm going to say Duke 4.5. I like that play a lot. Even though they just got blown out, Florida State hasn't played in probably 3 years, it seems like. They're losing commitments left and right. That team does not want to be on the football field.
They may not even have any scholarship players to play in that game.
Yeah.
They may be all on walk-ons.
Yep, it's a downfall of what was once a good program with Jameis Winston and Jimbo Fisher. So that would be my play. And those are my 3, you know, single picks. Like I said, I wouldn't parlay those. I would just, you know, put your money on those single and just let them ride. And so those are my Wardens winners for the week.
Awesome. I'm glad. I appreciate it, man. We appreciate you coming on again.
Yeah.
I'm ready to get some stocking stuffer money.
Awesome.
Yeah.
I would love to just make a final point if I could.
Yeah, most definitely.
Fuck Michigan.
They quit.
As you all may know.
What are they, just like the Florida State of the Big Ten?
Yeah, the Florida State of the Big Ten, unfortunately, yes.
Hell yeah. All right, Big Daddy. I appreciate it, man.
Hey, thanks, guys, and I really do appreciate coming on every week. And again, gamble responsibly, gamble legally. Make sure you do it correctly.
Do it correctly. And we'll see you next week, buddy.
Sounds good, guys.
All right, later.
Well, we appreciate Warden coming on and showing us how to bet.
Well, we missed the parlay for this last one, but this week we got, you know, our new ones, our parlay and our extra picks. So I'm ready because I gotta get some more stocking stuffers.
Stocking stuffers. Oh my god. So do you want to do some pick'ems now?
Yeah, let's do it because
Let's
I'm ready
do
to
it.
say.
Okay. So I'm gonna kind of review what happened last week, and then we can go into this week's picks. So as you know, you were up 4-3.
Mm-hmm.
So last week we had a cricket match. It was Central Punjab versus Sindh.
Mm-hmm.
You picked Central Punjab and I picked Sindh. Central Punjab won, so you got a point for that one.
5-3.
Then we had men's college hockey, which I know what I'm doing here. Okay, there's a reason why I chose this. Omaha played St. Cloud State. I had St. Cloud State. You had Omaha, and St. Cloud State won 5-3.
Okay.
Yeah. See, I'm a hockey
All right.
inside. I didn't want you to know.
So you set me up there, but that's all right. I got it now.
Yeah. And then also, we had Romanian soccer. You had FC Argus, and I had Dynamo Bucharest.
We'll go with that. That sounds good.
Yeah. And this actually tied, so nothing happened there. So
Man,
no points.
We always pick like a tie-in soccer match, don't we?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what
Crazy.
happened. And then men's basketball, we had Northern Iowa versus St. Ambrose. And Northern Iowa won by 45, and we both picked Northern Iowa, so
Okay, so that'll work.
that's how we fucking do it.
All right.
Last game was another college basketball game, and we had Miami, Ohio versus Wright State. I had Miami, Ohio. You had Wright State. Wright State won 71-47.
Slap them down.
Yeah. Oh, you know what? I'm so sorry. The soccer match. Okay. Oh yeah, I fucked up. The soccer match, Dynamo won 1-0. And I'm not just saying that, because I remember we each got 3 points, because not
Okay.
we both got Northern Iowa.
Okay.
You got State, and you got Central Punjab, and I got St.
Right.
Cloud State, Dynamo, and Northern Iowa. Okay.
Okay.
So the score is still neck and neck, 7-6.
I'm still winning. It doesn't matter.
I'm not trying to throw a fast one on you. I swear that's what it was. I deleted the notes on accident. I wrote everything down. I promise.
That's all right. I already Googled it. It's right here. I see it. You're right.
Oh, you see it? Okay. Oh, so you didn't believe me. Okay, I see how it is.
No, it's not. It has nothing to do with that.
Oh, yeah, I'm sure. So, you ready for some week 4 picks, man?
Yes, I am. Let's do it.
Okay. So we got men's hockey. We got Bemidji State versus Michigan Tech. This is Saturday, 5:07 p.m. Eastern time. Who are you taking?
I'm going to go with Michigan Tech.
Okay. I'm going with Bemidji. I just love the name. I don't know anything else.
I was going to say, where the hell are
Or
they from?
do I? Oh, I don't know.
Oh,
Maybe Alaska?
I'll take it as a no.
I have no idea. Next, our boys again. We got cricket. We got the Quad E Azam Trophy again. Southern Punjab versus Khyber Pakhtunkhwa. Who you got?
I think last time Khyber won when I picked against them, so I'm going to pick against them again and go Southern Punjab.
Okay. I'm going Khyber again. Those are my boys. They're going to win
Okay.
for me. And also, next one, this one isn't as obscure as the others. We got
Okay.
English Premier League, 3 p.m. Eastern time. I think that's on Saturday. We got Everton versus Chelsea. So now you might be asking me, why the hell did you pick this certain game? I have a buddy. You actually met him on Xbox. He's a huge Chelsea fan.
Okay,
And then
yeah.
My other buddy is a huge Everton fan.
Okay.
So, Everton is 2-1 in the last 3 matchups, and then I don't know about the matchups before that. I have no idea how they're doing this year, because I don't talk to them about soccer, because I don't really care about soccer. But who are you taking?
Chelsea.
You're going to take Chelsea? Okay, I'm going to take Everton.
Okay.
I think they're like more of the underdog, but, I believe in them.
You should believe him.
Yeah. So
Let hope live.
Yeah. So my buddy will be happy about that. My other one I'm just not going to have to talk to for a little while.
There you go.
Anyways, basketball. This is the last one we have.
Alrighty.
We got Kansas City versus Toledo. That's going to be 12 p.m. Eastern Saturday on ESPN3, along with 100 other games.
Kansas City versus Toledo.
Kansas City. I don't know what the fuck the stands for.
Oh, University of Missouri, Kansas City.
Oh. So
Yeah,
I'm
'cause
not
there
too
is
good.
a Kansas City, Missouri, and a Kansas City, Kansas. You know that, right?
Yeah, well, you fly over both of them. so
Kansas
it's really
City,
fair.
Kansas City Chiefs belongs to which state?
The what?
Kansas City Chiefs belongs to which state?
Missouri.
Bingo.
I'm not gonna lie, that was a total guess. I had no idea.
Only because
Wait, am I even
that's
right,
right.
or are you just trolling me?
No, you're right.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So wait, but who are you taking then? Toledo or Kansas City?
I'm taking Toledo.
Okay, I'm gonna take Kansas City.
There you go.
Yeah,
You got to try to catch up somehow.
I know. It all falls onto Kansas City. So, man, you ready to wrap this one up?
Let's wrap this one up. Let's go ahead and get this dub on Saturday against University of North Carolina. And then let's move on to the next one. Next Tuesday, we're going to have a panel of a few people. We're going to have a recruiting show just in time for early National Signing Day. Hopefully, we'll have a lot of stuff to talk about. New stuff, like a new quarterback, maybe a new linebacker or whatever. So, yeah, we'd also like to thank everybody for listening, for people who have subscribed, the ones who have left all the nice reviews. We'd like for you to join us again next week. Make sure you subscribe to our podcast wherever you listen so you don't miss an episode. We're on all major platforms. Anything you want to add to this one, my brother?
Nope.
All right.
No, I'm just kidding. I appreciate all the support. It feels good to get the win over Purdue because now I can brag about it to my buddy Tyrone, who I'm going to DM right now.
Up, going down?
Hey, doesn't matter, okay? Men's league versus this, okay?
That shit was hilarious.
We're going to have to live stream the next time we play them in men's league so you can watch me ball them up. Don't tell him I said that. Don't tell him I said that.
I'm going to send it to him. I'll just a little snippet out and send it right to his private account.
Oh, God, no, please don't.
All right, guys, let's kick UNC's ass this weekend. Go, King.